You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. I've got to tell you, I'm not sure there has been any one more disappointing entity, particularly in the coaching profession, than Gregg Popovich in the last, 3 or 4 years maybe. I used to have a lot of respect for Popovich. He seemed to have his S together, and I always thought he was akin to Bill Belichick. And boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. As we know, Gregg Popovich went out there and he turned into a complete social justice leftist lunatic. He went super woke. He's thrown the country under the bus, and of course he threw our president under the bus and then tried to drive the bus over on top of him. And he has been out there preaching all your prototypical false narratives from the left side of the aisle, social justice, SJW, social justice warrior community. Well, of course, he took the reins of Team USA over from Coach K. And when he did, the product took an obvious step back. Well, Gregg Popovich has made some comments, and he is now actually arrogantly running his mouth about Team USA and their brave and stunning and courageous performance at the Tokyo Olympics, except it was none of the above. It was none of the above. And as with a lot of things with Coach Popovich, they underachieved, in my opinion. I know they took home the gold, but they kept a lot of teams much more competitive in the games than they should, which has sort of been his MO. I believe it was one of the FIBA World Cups. They actually finished 7th a couple of years ago. And I went and looked at that team. That team was full of NBA players. Full of NBA players. There was no way that team shouldn't have dominated. So let's get to that story very quickly. I am wearing our patriotic 1776 stand-up shirt. If you hate kneeling for the national anthem, then grab this shirt and let the athletes know it's one of our favorite shirts. It's one of our best-selling shirts. And today, you can use promo code POPSUCKS. POPSUCKS. POPSUX, all one word, for 22% off this shirt or any other shirt in the merch store. Let's get to this story right here. Gregg Popovich has a message for critics after Team USA gold. How the F you like us now? Boy, he certainly lacks the class of a Bill Belichick, doesn't he? Much was made of USA basketball's slow start in the Olympic preparation, which including a roster upheaval and exhibition losses to Australia and Nigeria. When the USA men lost their Olympics opener to France, the knives were out, with Gregg Popovich drawing fire for the program's first Olympic loss since 2004. 2004. Guys, 17 years. One scribe went as far as to declare Popovich stinks at Olympic basketball. We'll get to that in a sec. Popovich was paying attention, of course, and after Team USA ended Olympic competition with 5 straight wins that culminated with the victory over France to secure the gold medal, by the way, a victory that was pretty close, much closer in my opinion than it should have been, to a team that they had already taken an L to. Popovich had a candid message for his critics. He kept it to the confines of the locker room, but JaVale McGee, one of the team's most criticized roster additions, shared the video of his coach's post-game victory lap on Monday. To nobody's surprise, Popovich was taking notes on Team USA's critics in the media. Quote, in the beginning, people were talking about, why is he on the team? You should have taken him. What happened to him? Why is he there? Popovich said. All the pundits, all these people who think they know something. Then we start out getting our ass kicked after a couple of practices. Then it comes again. Then Popovich made a revelation that was somewhat of a surprise, and I'm not sure San Antonio Spurs fans are going to appreciate this one bit. The 5-time NBA champion coach of the San Antonio Spurs revealed that the gold medal win was the best feeling he's ever had in basketball. You guys went through all the stuff and your families were sacrificing back there the same way, Popovich continued, starting to choke up. Oh, God, Popovich is turning into a freaking beta. That's why I'm so proud to be a part of this. It's like the best basketball feeling I've ever had. Then he dropped the mic. I would like to say to all those people out there, how the F do you like us now? The moment was one of catharsis and well-earned celebration from a team that fought through adversity, challenging conditions like everyone else involved in the Tokyo Games. Team USA took its lumps, which were earned, and appropriately reveled when they finished on top. And Popovich, who rarely misses a jab at the media, the triumph was especially sweet. Well, some could say, maybe, considering how they played, that being a little more humble this time would probably be the best practice. Because, no, they didn't perform well. They absolutely did not. It was a disaster. In fact, one could argue that their head wasn't in the Olympic Games at all. And we, generally speaking, know why. Okay? The Team USA is full of NBA players, and we know how NBA players feel about this country right now. Last year, we sat through an entire NBA season. Well, some people did. I didn't watch. I'm still not watching the NBA. We sat back and watched them put Marxist organizations all over their basketball court. Nothing could be more anti-American than that. And then, of course, he wants to be mad because not as many people are supporting Team USA these days. Well, when we don't feel like you love the country, we're probably not going to support your asses. Okay? We're not going to be the big tambourine players for you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And let's be honest. Gregg Popovich has got a Bill Belichick-like arrogance. We've seen him on the sidelines during NBA games. He's an asshole, okay? And so is Bill Belichick. But Belichick is a different kind of asshole. He's almost a charming asshole that has a little bit of grace and a little bit of humbleness and a little bit of humility. He never comes across, Bill Belichick never comes across as arrogant. And if I was a Spurs fan right now, I'd be like, wow, you coached us to 5 NBA titles, but how quickly you decided to push those victories aside for your woke Team USA gold medal that you barely won. Again, look, Team USA should have dominated by 25, 30, and 40 points in every single game and should have swept every single game. This team, gold medal or not, underachieved. Far as we can tell by looking at the records of Team USA over the last 30 years, it looks to me like that Popovich is the weakest link on this Team USA team. This coach. And now I'm starting to believe that the Tony Parkers, the Manu Ginobilis, the Tim Duncans, the David Robinsons, the Bruce Bowens, all these players that played over the years for Gregg Popovich, that it was much more on them guiding these teams in San Antonio to world titles than maybe it was Gregg Popovich's coaching ability. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. I'm not a big fan of this Team USA. I'm not. I think they underachieved. I think Kevin Durant and Draymond Green at times showed some patriotism. I'm not afraid to admit that. They acted like they might actually love this country. But then again, when your league that you play in for a living celebrates anti-American narratives and you don't stand up against that at any point and speak out, I'm not really willing to give you the benefit of the doubt as being a big I love the USA person. I'm just not. Peace. I'm out.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.